Hey, what's going on, y'all? How are you today? This is Ken Beckford, and for those that don't really know me, I want you to know, like, baseball is my like favorite sport to play, right? So, you see me with this T-shirt on. It reminds me of like, baseball, and I had this bat like in my hand, and I just woke up, and I was out working all day, and I wanted to take a nap because at 9 p.m. I have a call that I'm on every Monday, and this call this Monday is going to feature Lawrence Tam and Brian Couch, and it's basically going to give you a roadmap to success for business. Now, these gentlemen, well, I know for a fact that Lawrence Tam has made seven figures in business, and a lot of his business has been online, and he's still in his early 30s, so you know he's one who you could say has retired young and rich. Even though he's still at it. There's still a lot of work to be done, right? And had a pleasure of meeting Lawrence, and it's a great guy. I can't wait to see him again in just a few weeks in Charlotte as we get together and network and empower each other and give each other that get to rub shoulders and see what's been happening and give each other that love and that inspiration that's going to take us all even further in our business, right? I've had the pleasure of making more of an impact in my life and business than ever before in my life since attending the last event that I attended, which was in Miami. Right, that's where I actually got to meet Lawrence at the Dream Team party with my mentor, one of my mentors, Tracy Walker, as she was about 6 or 7 months pregnant with the now, just couple days old Josiah, who's just a bundle of joy. It's beautiful to be able to look and see his big old eyes, big brown eyes. I could tell he's going to be a problem out here. Right? But I'm shooting this video to give a rest in peace shout out, right? And that sounds crazy, right? But this is really off me just waking up. But I read something before I went to sleep, and it said that Tony Gwynn passed away. And Tony Gwynn was someone who I grew up watching, who I grew up emulating, right? Tony Gwynn was one of the greatest baseball hitters ever. I don't care whatever you're talking about. Tony Gwynn, oh my goodness. I mean, he wasn't one that was going to hit 1,000 home runs, or even 35 home runs, anything like that. Tony Gwynn was going to put the bat on the ball, and he was never going to strike out, right? And that's what I pride myself on. Even to this day, when I play, whenever I get a chance to play, it's like get the bat on the ball. Get the bat on the ball. And I want to know. I want someone to interview Derek Jeter because he doesn't hit a ton of home runs, and he's not the hitter that Tony Gwynn is. But I want to see what he feels about Tony Gwynn and things of that nature because he's a pure hitter, and Tony Gwynn would get the bat on the ball all the time. Like I read a stat that he didn't even strike out 500 times, and I believe he played at least 18 years in the major leagues, and he does not even have 500 strikeouts. Where you got players that strike out 100 times a year, right? This is amazing, and watching one of his trainings online, Tony Gwynn is like there are just a few simple things that you have to be consistent at, right? You got to be consistent, right? The first thing, of course, you have to do is see the ball. If you can't see the ball, then you can't hit the ball. And just to translate that into business, if you can't see your goals, you can never hit your goals. So a lot of you don't have any goals set, any goals that you can see, therefore you will never hit them. Right? It's like you're going up to the plate and you're just swinging with your eyes closed, right? And you can't do that and win. You can't. You have to see the ball. First of all, you have to keep your hands loose. That's another thing that you definitely have to do. And you have to be consistent with where you, how you swing the bat, right? How you swing the bat, right? You want to keep you want to keep your head, you want to keep your body, your weight even as you approach the swing, right? You want to keep your weight even, right? So there's a few things that you have to be consistent at doing, and Tony Gwynn was a master at doing those things, which is why over at least 18 years he was able to keep his average above 330, right? So that's not saying that every time he came up to bat that he hit the ball, but in baseball, if you can be successful 30% of the time, you can have a Hall of Fame career. And he then flirted with a 400% average at one point in his career. Okay, so it hit me hard, and it still like troubles me. Like, dang, Tony Gwynn is not here. You know, and even after his career, he went on to be the hitting coach at, I believe it was San Diego State, right? And so, you know, his career was and his mission was to help you be the best hitter you could possibly be. You know, and in business, that's what we want you to do here in the Power Network. We want you to hit as many times as possible. You want to be consistent with blogging. Why? Because when you're consistent with blogging, one of those blogs will go out of the park, right? So you just got to stay at it. You got to be consistent with marketing, right? Sharing the news with other people, letting them know what it is, and the other things will come, you know. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. And I wish the family the best. Tony Gwynn Jr., Tony Gwynn, his wife, and you know, I'm happy that he made it into the Hall of Fame long before he passed away, and I believe he passed away of salivary gland cancer, and something that I never even knew existed, you know. And I just want everybody out there to take care of your health, be consistent in your life, and if you're not in business and you're not running with us, listen, 9 p.m. tonight, you want to call tonight, right? You want to call 1-209-255-1040 at 9 p.m. Eastern, right? Because we're going to show you how you can be consistent, right? You may never be at Tony Gwynn level, but at least you could get to Derek Jeter level, right? And results do vary, but you got to be consistent in life and in business. And rest in peace, Tony Gwynn, man. I really did appreciate what you did for the sport of baseball, my favorite sport. My uncle played in the minor leagues. And, you know, when I have a son, man, if he decides to play baseball, he's definitely going to have to take a listen and a look at a lot of what Tony Gwynn had to offer, a lot of the value that he shared over the years. And I'm about to go inside because these bugs are tearing me up. Well, appreciate you all for listening. For those of you who stayed on to the end, please send me a message on Facebook, facebook.com/Ken Beckford. Let me know that you watched this video. Feel free to share it with others. And, you know, if you're a baseball lover, man, like me, I know you're feeling this like, yo, Tony Gwynn is gonna be missed by us all, right? Hope his spirit lives on. Hope he rests in power and in peace. I'm out.